Hi, from STT University. I, Amita, from Center for Languages and Communication, will be discussing about motivation. Concept of motivation. Motivation is something that encourages action or feeling. To motivate means to encourage and inspire. Motivation can also mean to turn on or ignite the feeling or action. Motivation is powerful. It can persuade, convince, and propel you into action. In other words, motivation can be defined as motive for action. It is a force that can literally change your life. Motivation is the driving force in your life. It comes from a desire to succeed. Without success, there is little pride in your life, no enjoyment or excitement at work and at home. Often life becomes like a loop-sided wheel giving a bumpy ride. The greatest enemy of motivation is compliances. Compliances leads to frustration, and when people are frustrated, they give up because they cannot identify what is important. Now let's discuss significance and types of motivation. Once you understand the principle that motivates the motivator, you can proceed to achieve your goal and can motivate others too. Your internal motivation is your drive and attitude. It is contagious. Attitude is the key to getting the response you want from others. How does a person stay positive or motivated and focused? One important tool that has been used by athletes for a long time is called auto-suggestion. Auto-suggestions are positive statements that in the present tense and repeated regularly. In other words, it is positive self-talk. Motivation is classified into two types: external motivation and internal motivation. External motivation comes from outside, such as money, societal approval, fame, or fear. Examples of external motivation are fear of getting spanked by parents and fear of getting fired at work. A company wanted to set up a pension plan. In order for the plan to be installed, it needed 100% participation. Everyone signed up except John. The plan made sense and was in the best interest of everyone. John not signing was the only obstacle. John's supervisor and other co-workers had tried to pursue him without success. The owner of the company called John into his office and said, "John, here is a pen and these are the papers. You are to sign to enroll into the pension plan. If you don't enroll, you are fired this minute." John signed right away. The owner asked John why he did not sign earlier. John replied, "No one explained the plan quite as clearly as you did." This was the story which explained external motivation. Fear motivation. The advantages of fear motivation are: it gets the job done quickly, it is instantaneous, it prevents loss by meeting deadlines. In the short run, the person's performance may improve. There are disadvantages of fear motivation as well, and they are: it is external, which means the motivation is there while when the motivator goes, the motivation also goes. It causes stress. Performance is limited to compliance. In the long run, performance goes down. It destroys creativity. They get used to the stick and then need a bigger stick. For example, a customer asked an employee, "When did you start working here?" He replied, "Ever since they threatened to fire me." Incentive motivation. External motivation can also take the form of incentives, bonuses, commissions, recognition, etc. What are the advantages of incentive motivation? The major advantage is that it can work very well as long as the incentive is strong enough. Think of a donkey with a carrot dangling in front and with a cart behind. Incentive motivation will only work if the donkey is hungry enough, the carrot is sweet enough, and the load is light enough. From time to time, you have to let the donkey take a bite of the carrot. Otherwise, it is going to get discouraged. After the donkey takes a bite, its stomach is full, and you need to wait for the donkey to get hungry again because it will pull the cart. That is typically seen in our business environment too. The moment salespeople meet their quota, they stop working. This is because their motivation is limited to meeting their quota. That is external, not internal. Internal motivation is the inner gratification, not for success or winning, but for the fulfillment that comes from having done it. It is feeling of accomplishment rather than just achieving a goal. Reaching on unworthy goal does not give the gratifying feeling. Internal motivation is lasting because it comes from within and translates into self-motivation. Motivation needs to be identified and constantly strengthened to success. Keep your goals in front of you and read them morning and evening. The two most important motivating factors are recognition and responsibility. Recognition means being appreciated, being treated with respect and dignity, and feeling a sense of belonging. Responsibility gives a person a feeling of belonging and ownership. He then becomes part of the bigger picture. Lack of responsibility can become demotivating. Monetary rewards are temporary, short-lived. They are not gratifying in the long run. In contrast, seeing an idea being implemented can be emotionally. Responsibility gives a person a feeling of belonging and ownership. He then becomes a part of the bigger picture. Lack of responsibility can become demotivating. Monetary rewards are temporary and short-lived. They are not gratifying in the long run. In contrast, seeing an idea being implemented can be emotionally gratifying by itself. People feel that they are not being treated like objects. They feel part of worthwhile team. The reward of doing the right thing by itself is motivating. There are 4 stages from motivation to demotivation. First is motivate incentive. This is the stage when the employee is most open-minded, receptive, and easy to mold to the culture of the organization. Training and orientation become imperative. Professional organizations, on the other hand, take special care to induct people into their organizations. Second is motivated effective. This is the stage when the employee has learned what to do and does it with drive and energy. He has learned the trade and it reflects in his performance. Then he moves on the next stage. Third is motivated effective. Third is demotivated effective. After some time, the motivation level goes down and the employee starts learning the tricks of the trade. This is the stage when the employee is not motivated. He continues doing just enough so that the employer has no reason to fire him, but he really is not motivated. Next is demotivated, ineffective. At this stage, the employer does not have much choice but to fire the employee, which may be the most appropriate thing to do anyway at this point. Remember, employers want the same thing as employees do. They want to succeed and improve business. And if employees' help is this objective, then they make themselves valuable and achieve their own success. So, today we discussed about motivation. In our next lecture, we will be discussing about self-esteem. Until then, keep learning, keep growing, stay safe.